Welcome to another episode of Epigram. Today we are with Olmedo Nazati. How are you, man? Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
So interesting in DC, in this city, we find every day more creative people around. I met Olmedo through Edwin Coimbre, a good friend of mine from Puerto Rico. Hello, Edwin.
Hello, Edwin.
So this friend over here, Edwin, told me you had to meet this guy. This guy fabricating his own bicycles. Ah, really? And what else? Like, yeah, he's doing it in carbon fiber. Oh, that's cool. And what else does he makes? Well, they're electric. They're electric bicycles. So the brand is eCarbon Sports. So you can see over here, he have made like skateboards, bicycles, scooters.
Scooters right now, making a dual motor scooter, so it'll be two-wheel drive.
Yeah.
So it'll be one motor in the front, one motor in the back, and it would be all carbon fiber. So currently in the prototype phase of that one. So that's the third vehicle next to the bike, the skateboard, and then the scooter.
That's awesome. So, Olmedo, how everything started? Like, what happened? Like, you just woke up one day and say, like, I'm going to build a bicycle? You had any experience before building stuff?
No experience at all. I'm kind of, pride myself in this someone that can make things happen. The one thing I know in life is that I don't know anything. So once I figured that out, then I can get myself out of the equation and start trying to build a team and trying to figure out a way to make something happen.
Okay.
So I started. I used to, when I was a kid, play with like electric cars, RC cars, and stuff like that, and build them when I was like really young. And a long time, a couple years back, I have a garden. I garden in the backyard, and I was going to a neighbor's house to get some vegetables for the garden, and I noticed that in his garage, he had some like electric mountain boards, and he had all these components and stuff that he was kind of like building these from scratch. So I was very intrigued. So I kind of like forgot while I was there. A buddy of mine took me over there, and I just started asking him all these questions about these boards, and then he kind of told me and showed me how they work, and I was like, well, I knew all of the components because when I was a little kid, they were similar.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I can do that myself because it's literally like putting together an electric car, motorized car, RC car. And so then I just started to make my own and started to develop my own. And then I was always kind of infatuated with carbon fiber as a material. Okay. And I started to look at, well, there's nothing on the market that uses carbon fiber. Okay. At this time, Boosted Board was getting ready to launch, and they were launching their electric board, but it was out of wood. So I was like, well, there's nothing being made with carbon fiber, and there's nothing being made with the motors inside of the wheels. Mm-hmm. So then I just started to develop a prototype, and I first started trying to look into the States to try to do it in the States, but it was quite difficult. They wanted a lot of money, and it was obscene amount of fabrication and money and upfront costs. So then I started looking to Asia, and then I found some connects through people here in the States and Asia, and then I started to build a relationship, build a team, and I started to slowly prototype the electric skateboard. And while I was doing that, I was also getting into electric bikes. And again, I was like, well, I can make one out of carbon fiber because they're all kind of heavy. They're like 55 pounds. And then I have all these connections, and I have all these manufacturing people that I can start looking at making the electric bikes. So I started to fabricate one out of carbon fiber, which is this one right here. Okay. So it's all carbon fiber. Every piece is carbon fiber except, of course, the battery and the motor. And next thing I know, 2.5 years go by, and I have, prototypes, and slowly but surely, this is the final prototype. This is the second prototype. This should be completed in the next 2-3 months, and then the scooter should be done in about 6 months. So I'm getting ready to launch this because this is pretty much done.
Okay.
And then from there, launch the electric skateboard, and then slowly but surely launch the other products.
So knowing more about the process, because I'm very intrigued, because from the world of architecture, We know like we use different programs that we can imagine designing pieces like this Rhino, that you can do like shapes and stuff like that. So how was the process like the prototyping phase in a place so far away,
Well, I mean, even though it is far away, but I'm able to work with like say Asia, starting like at 10 p.m. So
okay,
after I come home, I have kids and stuff, so uh, put them to bed and stuff. I can get online, I can work with them, I can look at designs, and during the day, I actually worked with Edwin.
okay,
He kind of helped design a lot of like the logos and the stuff that you see on the bike.
okay,
Also, another coworker of Edwin's from Collective Architecture, a lot of talented folks over there, helped me with the design and the overall build of the actual skateboard. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like all of this, like incorporating lights, putting all of the components inside, lights in the front,
it's okay.
the lights in the rear and stuff. So
That's awesome. And that one floats in the air. That bicycle, that skateboard. No, okay.
So yeah, this one doesn't have the trucks on it, but
Yeah, yeah.
because there's a couple of other prototypes, so I have other people testing them and stuff.
Okay.
So these the trucks they're being used on this one right now,
Okay.
and this one is the actual first prototype ever. And then you could just basically swap the trucks, put it in here, and then you're ready to go. I just didn't have time to swap it, but
Oh, that's fine, man.
But,
I tried it earlier, and man, it's really impressive. Like and we're gonna show you later
yeah,
how this actually works. But these things are impressive in technology. I also had the opportunity to ride the bicycle, and it's impressive how powerful it is. Like I had a Vespa before, like a motorcycle, and this actually is faster and quicker than the Vespa. It's impressive.
Yeah.
It's insane.
So this goes up to 28 miles per hour,
Okay.
and also has a throttle, so you can go up to 20 miles per hour just using the throttle. So if you don't want to, use the pedal assist, or if you don't want to use any assist at all, you could just use it like a motorcycle. Not like a motorcycle, but like a scooter or something, and you get like 20 miles per hour just on the throttle.
But you're a perfect example when I talk to different creative people. Like, if you have an idea and you just do it, go ahead, right? It's not like necessary you had to study all the components of like building a bicycle. On the way, you start learning everything, right?
Yeah. And a lot of it is still true. It's a true bicycle. I mean, you still have a 30 gear derailleur system. You still have the disc brakes. The only thing that's kind of, different is that it has a motor, which you can't really tell. On the other side, you can see that there's a disc brake, kind of hides it really well. That's the motor. And then in here, there's a controller inside here, and that's the battery. And then that display screen right there is reading all the information, how fast you're going, the range, and giving you all the output that you need. But other than that, it looks pretty stealth, I think. It still looks like a true bike. And that's kind of what the goal was. Also to make it light, because a lot of people, they live in the city. You don't want to lug around, like carry a 55, 60-pound electric bike up and down, take them on the sidewalk and stuff. This is about 36 pounds with the battery, because the battery alone is like 8 pounds. The motor is about like 6 pounds. So just with that alone, you're able to kind of move it around your apartment, take it out, put it in your car. You don't need two people.
That's awesome. And so knowing that you have been going a long way with this, so what is the future plan? When are you planning to actually like showcase this as the final thing and people can order it? Because I want one.
Yeah, so that's actually one of the, I thought that at first, making these prototypes and getting all this kind of out of my head and, into a viable product would be difficult. And it was difficult, took a long time, but now I find that the part that I'm finding more difficult or time consuming is the go-to-market strategy, right? So I don't want to be the problem with the go-to-market strategy or trying to market and get this thing out there because it could take time. So right now I'm assembling a team of individuals that's going to take over that piece and kind of start launching the go-to-market strategy so that we can get it to the market. But one of the ideas, and I've been talking to a couple of here local bike stores, is that we're going to do something where I'm going to get a couple of the bikes in their shop, and we're going to do a profit share on the bike rental. So they'll be renting the bike in their shop, and then we will do some profit share off the monthly rental of the bike. And then the other aspect that I wanted to kind of go to market on was to go directly to consumers with a kind of like a model like you do with your phone. So say for example you use this as a service. You pay say $89 a month, and then you get the bike. Okay. And then you keep the bike for 2 years, and then whenever the new bike comes out, you get to swap it and get that new bike. As long as you're in the contract and you're paying monthly, you'll get the latest and greatest bike. And so and if you have any problems with it or any issues, you just give it back. If we fix it, or give you a new one. So it'd be like a kind of like a lease, like if you would with your phone and stuff like that. Exactly. So that's another cool idea that we're kind of brainstorming on.
That's awesome. So I would love. I think we are gonna test some different elements with the cameras. I never have done this before, and we're gonna show you in more detail each one of these pieces. This is the remote.
Well, yeah, so that's kind of stand-in remote right now. I have a custom remote that I'm prototyping, that I'm working on right now. But yeah, so basically, you just kind of pull the trigger and you kind of go. You want to pull it slowly because it does give you a lot of torque in the beginning. Okay. And then you kind of go the opposite direction to slow it down. When you slow down, you want to kind of start putting some of your weight towards the back so that you don't just fly off. And just kind of brace yourself, because depending on how hard you stop, that's how hard you will stop. So I would suggest kind of braking slowly and putting your kind of weight towards the back.
Okay.
But yeah, and also just kind of do one kick push to kind of just get it going, and then put the throttle on.
I'm excited, guys. I can't wait. Let me see. So let me see.
So give it like a little push, and then. Yeah, wow, you got the hang of it. Now come on back, and
this is insane. This is so quick.
Now push it hard. Pull the trigger hard.
It's really fast. It's really fast. That's amazing. You wanna?
Yeah. Be sure.
All right, keep going.
Okay.
Okay. I may try one more.
Yeah, right. Keep trying.
Sorry, guys. I'm excited. It's super quick, so it's impressive. I'm out of words.
Keep trying, man. Keep trying. He's getting better, right? He's getting the hang of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's gonna be a pro pretty soon.
Yeah, it's great. You learn quickly.
Pretty soon. Yeah, once you learn, that you can stop and brake, then you kind of get more confidence.
Yeah, you can. It's easy. Now I get it. Now it's the first
ready,
try.
Man.
It's
you're ready to make it go 30 miles per hour.
It's insane, man. I want one right now. Julio, buy me one, please. So, Olmedo, this is the bike.
So this is the bike here. It's again all carbon fiber, 27.5 mountain bike.
And you put it. I see that you have some speed and it says number 3. What is number 3?
So number 3 is the assist level that we're on right now. So you can go all the way to no assist. So basically you're just using the derailleurs, the gears of the 30 gears of the bike. You can do a level 1, which is 25% return. 2 is 25, 75, and then of course 100 all the way.
Okay. And there's 2 ways. When I pedal, this is helping me move.
Yeah. So there's a inside here. There's a torque sensor. So along with the torque sensor and your cadence, it's giving the controller here feedback on what kind of throttle they should give you for the level of assist that you have.
Okay.
So again, it's all based on what assist you have. So right now you're on the highest level, so you're going to get kind of bionic.
But you can accelerate. You can put the throttle in the pedals, or you can use this too here.
No, so the throttle will be this one here.
Okay.
The torque sensor is inside here. Inside here. That torque sensor kind of reads how hard you're turning the pedals. And
this is great because if I'm a day that I'm going to work and I'm a little bit tired, I want to do a little bit of exercise, but not too much. I determine how much assistance I want.
Exactly. So in the morning, you don't want to sweat at all. You can put it on level 5, and then when you're going home from work, that's what I usually do. I want to kind of get a workout when I go home, and then I usually use like a level 2 or 3, depending if there's a hill or anything like that. But I generally use a level 2 or 3. Because level 5 is great and all, you get really fast, but we're in DC, so you're going to be chasing a lot of stoplights.
Yeah.
So on average, you're going to go about, say, a level 3.
Let me put it on level 3 right now. This is really easy to use. I'm surprised. So let me try it out. Let's see if I don't fall. I did okay with the skateboard. Let's do this one. So I use both. This is great. So I use both. I use like the pedal in the beginning, and it's incredible, guys. Like I did that, and it's instant torque. Even though I did it quite slow here because we're inside the lobby of the building, but I can imagine. Olmedo, this was awesome. I really enjoyed riding this bike. The speed this goes is insane. The quality of the product is so refined. Guys, you have to check it out. I'm going to put in the description below all your information to know a little bit more when to buy this and stuff. You want to add something else?
Yeah, just, he'll put the information. Feel free to reach out, kind of get on our mailing list and get informed of when these things are launching. This bike will be launching really soon, followed by the skateboard and then the scooter. And then those are our 3 land vehicles that we're working on, but we also have water that we're also prototyping. So, we'll have that for the next segment.
Stay tuned. Thank you, Olmedo. Thank you again, man.
All right.
See you around.